kicking off the 2019 Carnival season the right way. We have all of these bands here. We're going to have a great time. We're just about kicking off right now, a little late, not too far, but we're going to have a great time tonight. Thank you to the public and Simba to come out. We're going to have a great, great, great time.
Fines undoubtedly will be issued in case persons do not behave during this parade or carnival overall. You have issued a list. Can you give us some insight into the list?
All right. For instance, if the police tell you to move from there, go from there, it's $95. If you don't comply with that, you will be arrested and then carried to the station, and there you would have to pay $95. If you intervene in the carnival or you try to stop the carnival, prevent it from moving along, it's also $95. If you fight, scream of any disorderly conduct, you'll get a fine of $95. If you're going throwing with stones, bottles, and that's causing rackets on the road, it's $240. If you resist arrest, that's additional $400. And of course, if we tell you to move from there and you don't, and you still want to get on, that's $240. If you insult a police officer during the carnival, it's $240. That's if you're drunk or not. The drunken comes up, will be counted up. If you threaten a police officer, it's $400. Ill treatment is $480. So if you come up to somebody and bust them a slap or knock them down, it's $480. Destruction is $190. Being drunk during the carnival is $95. And if you submit alcohol to persons beneath the age of 18 years, that's a fine for $400. If you have a weapon, that's a knife, it's $400. A firearm is automatically, you're going to stay till end of carnival or wherever your court case will be or you'll be summoned to a court case. The rest are mostly for drug possession. They're over $200, so all drug possession is over $400 if we catch with it.
This whole tolerance policy of the prosecutor office is offenses against persons, offenses against the public order, offenses against the police officers, and also other offenses like carrying weapon, concealed weapon, drugs, and things like that. So those are the categories, and each one of them you hear is stiff fines. And this is to help the people be aware that the other people have a right also.
The police force of St. Martin is it's a young police force, as I've been saying for the longest while. It's a young police force, it's growing. And we are doing our best to build one of the best police forces in the Caribbean. We are not here to target anyone. We are here to protect everyone. And we are going to do our best to make sure that everybody have a very safe carnival. This is our 50th year, and it's going to be of a very big magnitude, so we shouldn't underestimate it. Nevertheless, we have to ask the community themselves to be an example and show other countries that we too conduct ourselves, and we are here to have a great time. And that's all is what it's all about. It's just for us to come together as a Caribbean people and have a good time, and we should be an example to the rest. And we, the police department, is going to do our best to make sure that everybody is safe. And we are looking forward to you as members of the press to give out the correct information.
I want the time to stop. Well, keep attention, man. Easy on yourself, man. Easy, man. Yo, hold a girl.
We had a very successful Causeway jump up. I mean, we started with a little hiccups here, a little late, and all of that, but we caught our rhythm a little further down. TG band of the year, they fell out a little bit, but they came back very strong in the end. CTV band tried to be the new kings of the Causeway. Mixmaster Paulie didn't come to play either. Skillful, all of them did a very good job, DJ Soso as well. Now, see you next week in Galleys Bay, when we start off the Unity jump up at 8 o'clock. We're going to make it all over to Bellevue and into Cold Bay, and then from there we're going to take it straight over to Phillips Park. So, have a good one next week Friday. We're going on 8 o'clock.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NV.
Recovery Project 1 kicked off with the signing of the grant agreement in July of 2018, so almost a year ago, and that portion of the trust fund covered, a wide spectrum of recovery projects that has been ongoing and continue to progress as we move along, and that the amount of that initial recovery budget was 55 million. Just over 55 million US dollars. There are 4 components to this project, which have at least more than 50 activities. So it's very vast, very, very extensive, and very challenging, I must say, in terms of executing the project. So what I'll do, I'll go over some of the areas that have been ongoing, and hopefully later on we could talk a little more specific in terms of the projects themselves. So one of the components of the first emergency recovery project 1 was the emergency measures to recover for the recovery of disaster first responders and preparedness facilities. So under this component, the activities such as repairs, and procurement of disaster preparedness equipment for the police, ambulance, and fire departments are being executed. Being executed means that it's still in the process. Currently ongoing is the repairs of the police station, the main police station, and the sub-police station. I was privileged last week to take a tour along with the project manager and the contractor and supervising authority of the contract works to view the works that is ongoing. The repairs to the different existing shelter locations is also another activity to be executed under this component. The tenders for these works actually just closed a few days ago. That is for the shelters. Also under the component are the procurement of special purpose vehicles, including addition of new fire trucks and ambulances, as well as support vehicles for critical ministry functions such as VROMI, inspection department, the Met office, and the tax office. So this is a whole fleet of vehicles that will be purchased for the various government departments in order for them to be able to execute their task. Second component under this is the restoration and increasing resilience of the water and electricity infrastructure. This component intends to execute activities that will strengthen the resiliency of our island's water storage capacity and electricity service through our utility company, NVGEBE. After the signing of the negotiated subsidiary agreement, which designates the conditions under which the activity will be executed, various forms of assistance will be granted and given to GEBE. This assistance will include review and strengthening of NVGEBE's business plan. So as you can see, it's not only about increasing the facility and the infrastructure, but also building the capacity of our utility company in the form of assistance in terms of their business plan. Component 3 is the housing repair and public buildings repair and reconstruction. The first priority on housing repairs has been supported to the St. Martin Housing Development Foundation, in which 117 units are in the process of being repaired. And last week, I too visited again this facility to get a first-hand view of the works that are ongoing, and also see some of the repairs that were completed. Second priority on housing repairs is the form of repairing the roof program for homeowners. That was originally, this program was originally established by the Ministry of VROMI after the hurricane. So we are taking that program over and bringing it to its completion. Since my appointment, this program is now being coordinated by the Bureau.
Hey ma, how you doing? You busy?
I hear, just paying some bills, taking care of business, you know what it is?
I know, you're doing your online banking.
I don't have to stand in those long lines to pay bills. I can transfer when I want. I can check my account wherever. It's like the bank open 24/7. I even here checking the statement right now as we're talking. How's Miami?
Well, that's why I'm calling. I'm finishing up a few songs now, but I'm afraid that studio time might be more than I thought. And I was wondering if I could get some help with some funds, and I could pay you back as soon as I get back to St. Martin.
Let me check my account. How much you need?
I think 500 should be enough.
I can transfer it to you while online. Direct from me to you. No problem.
Great. Thank you so much, Ma. I'll get online with Viv now.
Alright, darling. You know who you're for?
I need to know who you're for.
Contact WIB today for your complete personal online banking experience. Available for all mobile devices. The Windward Islands Bank, now your online banking partner in progress.
10 years ago, when I arrived in St. Martin, it was one of my dreams to see social research locally. At that time, and after that time, as we started with the St. Martin Seniors and Pensioners Association, we had a lot of challenges to actually convince people of the reality of the seniors in St. Martin. As a sociologist myself, I did some desk research and I did some of the research which I have been using to advocate for more equality for the rights of the seniors in St. Martin. That has then been expanded towards the workers' organizations and towards the NGOs, the intermediate organizations in our society that were serving seniors, youth, and also worker families. That is how the anti-poverty platform came about. What we all saw is that because of the socio-economic condition of so much families, a lot of development could not be promoted. And so we said it is very important that we can convince not only government, but also the kingdom government of that reality. When you come to St. Martin and you see the yachts, the private jets, you see all those buses touring on the road with all those tourists, then you think this is a very prosperous country. But when you go into the neighborhoods, then you will experience another reality. And it is daily that I have been experiencing how people appeal to us for more help, for more support. But every time that we knock on the door of government or we knock on the door of parliament, they were telling us, you come in with old data. Because when we use, for instance, the census data, they tell us we want data from now. And constantly, we are being asked to come with data. But we are just advocates, we are just social organizations, and our members, poor and needy households, how can you expect from them to do the research? So it was with the former president, Mr. Guadalupe, that we started this communication. How is it? How can we do it that the USM can be more at service? And it ended up with Mr. Carmona that we finally have an agreement. Because it is the university with faculty and staff, but actually the university with the possibility to attract more researchers and coordinate the local research so that we can get the data, we can get the information, that we can continue our advocacy work. So I told you from the bottom of my heart, I am so happy today of this achievement after 10 years. But I don't hope
that for the research we have to wait another 10 years. The SDGs, they speak about development goals to be achieved by 2030. That is 11 years from now. But we talk about equality in the kingdom, and that is immediately, right now. This is something where we have the challenge. We want it, the people want it, everybody says, yes, Arun, when will we get it? But the data, the research to support it is still what we have to provide. With this, I can say we had some preliminary contacts with some of the international agencies that we mentioned, that we will be invoking in this effort to get more support, not only in terms of people and resources, but also funding. And I think that that is also part of what can be very beneficial for the university, a next revenue stream that can come in, which can make it possible that the research can be conducted. Not everything can go for free. And so with that said, I think as a researcher myself, being a methodologist, that is how I have been trained. I'm looking forward to be of assistance to the university, faculty, staff, students, and whoever comes to engage in the research for our people. And with that said, I have spoken for myself, being a representative in the platform on behalf of seniors. But the workers' representative can speak for themselves, and the NGO representative, they can speak for themselves.
Hello, St. Martin. My name is Jose Helaga and I play basketball. I have organized basketball events in St. Martin. Sport matters to me because it makes everybody come together in unity. So I challenge the businesses community to step up for sports and help us rebuild and repair our facility. I'm also asking the community to nominate local businesses in your area to take on the challenge and step up for sport because sports matter. Check out the Department of Sports SXM Facebook page for more information. Hashtag Sport Matter, hashtag Are You In?
Last week, I had the privilege to visit the National Institute for Professional Advancement, the NIPA, with a delegation of representatives from the Ministry of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport. The board of the institution and a team of staff members gave a presentation on the operations of the school. The school has undertaken what we call a self-study. A committee consisting of the staff was established to assess how the school is performing in various areas, such as the curriculum, how effective is the teaching, student performance. They also looked at their admission policies and their exit or exam policies. And basically what it is, it was a complete review of the school. And of course, recommendations were given as to how to improve the NIPA product. As a 5-year-old institute, there has been some upheaval in its development, and at this point, steps are being taken to resolve some of the issues, the challenges that the school has encountered over the years. And I'm looking forward to further updates from the school on their progress as they move forward. St. Martin will be hosting the Adam Sanford All-Star T20 tournament from March 28th through the 31st. This is a great move for cricket and for the overall development of sports on the island. The matches will be played on the grounds of the Carib Lumber Ballpark, and I encourage you, cricket fans, young and old, to go out and to enjoy the games. Remember, sports matter.
On Sunday, I was honored to attend the graduation ceremony of 19 persons who completed a home care service course organized by the Seventh-day Adventist Church. The course offered training in care for the elderly and indigent persons in our community. Of the 19 persons who graduated, 17 were female and 2 were male. You don't see many males going into the care service these days. So, congratulations to the 2 males as well as to their 17 female colleagues on choosing to work and dedicate themselves to serving those in need. Keep up the great work. Last November, the members of Parliament passed a motion with instructions for the Minister of Education to draft a safe school plan within 60 days and to give a progress report within 30 days. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to meet those target dates. However, today I will be submitting a detailed progress report on all that this ministry, the Ministry of Education, Culture, Youth and Sports, has done and continues to do in efforts to reduce violent and aggressive behaviors in schools and also in our communities. The work of developing a safe school plan is ongoing, and the relevant departments and divisions within the ministry are dedicated to its completion. Thank you to all the stakeholders for their contributions. Thank you to the members of my cabinet and all the departments and divisions within the ministry for their cooperation and for their assistance on this mission. As we focus and unite, the youth of St. Martin will have better opportunities and more peaceful and safe schools to attend.